Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, those of you on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. We thank God for you and you. I am T. Clay to Mr. Clay and Tyrone Clay 213 on TikTok. Now, we're in Deuteronomy Chapter 10, the 10th chapter of Deuteronomy. Let us pray. Oh, most holy, Sanini Nanini, even the spirit that moved upon the water. Tata Nzambi. Yes, Taheya. We thank you for all that you've done. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your favor. We thank you for all the things. We thank you for subduing our enemies, north, south, east, and west. We thank you that the poor of the land might rise up, and those who call themselves, they're oppressing others in your name. They're oppressing them and saying we giving them something, but yet stealing their resources, oh most holy Sanini Nainini. But yet you have caused, we see this, that your working is in the land, that you're causing them to be ousted out of the land, that the people that you've given that land to may prosper. Yes, and we ask for their education. We ask that you deal with them, and that you deal with the youth, that they might get the education and they might get the know-how, that they might run their countries productively and industriously. And we thank you for all these things, that their children might eat, that their people might prosper, and that the young might not go looking and seeking after other countries and land to prosper. In your name we thank you. Yes. Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I am T. Clay. Yes, beautiful morning. Deuteronomy chapter 10, the 10th chapter of Deuteronomy, and we're going to start with verse 1. At that time the I am spake unto me, hew thee 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and come unto me in the mount, and make thee an ark of wood. In other words, this is the ark of the covenant. Yes, an ark of wood. And I will write on the tables of those words that were in the first tables, which thou breakest, and thou shalt put them in the ark. And I made an ark of shittim wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first. He said an ark, okay, we can say that. And went up into the mount, having 2 tables in my hand. And he wrote on the tables according to the first, and the writing of the 10 commandments, which the I am spake unto you in the mount, out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly, and the I am gave them to me. In other words, Moses said, you have made me so upset at you. Not only there when the 10 commandments first were given, but also at Meribah, when God told him to speak to the rock that he might be glorified. But yet Moses was so angry, he just struck the rock in disgust toward the children of Israel. But that doesn't excuse to much who given, much is required. And the children of Israel took their journey from Beroth of the children of Jachan to Mosera, where Aaron died, and there he was buried, and Eleazar his son ministered in the priest's office in his stead. From thence they journeyed unto Gudgoda, from Gudgoda to Jaboth, and a land of rivers of water. And at that time the I am separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant of the I am, to stand before the I am, to minister unto him, and to bless his name unto this day. Wherefore a Levi hath no part in nor inheritance with his brethren. The I am is his inheritance, according as the I am hath promised. Yes, Levi. Yes. Even when God called you his portion, that means you done just got to a point in God where God just, he just loves your ministry. Yes. And I stayed in the mount, according to the first time, 40 days and 40 nights, and the I am hearkened unto me that time also, and the I am would not destroy thee. And the I am said unto me, arise, take thy journey before the people, that they might go in and possess the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give unto them. And now Israel, and now Bantu, what does the I am require of thee but to fear Tata Nzambi, to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the I am thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, and to keep the commandments of the I am, even Tata Nzambi, and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good, even Sanini Nainini. Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heavens is the I am thy God, and the earth also with all that in. In other words, you have the most powerful deity that have created all the deities that ever existed. And you have to know this and be confident in this. Only the I am has a delight in thy fathers to love them In other words, God loved Abram. If you read in the book of Jubilees, the book of Jasher, you'll find out why God loved Abram. And sure, if you met Abram, you would love him too. Good man, good man. Now, to love them, in verse 15, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day. Now, this is what he commands you to do. Circumcise, therefore, the foreskin of your heart and be no more stiff-necked. In other words, he's saying fat around your heart. Fat, disease. Fat slows things down. Flat, it causes things to malfunction. Yes, cut it out. Cut it from around it. Nothing but the pure, unadulterated commandments to obey. And the I am your God is the God of gods, Lord of lords, and the great, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons nor taketh rewards, no kings. Just because you got nuclear bombs, God don't regard you in that way. Just because you have guns and well-trained soldiers, God don't regard you in that way. You are human and you shall die. Yes. He doth execute judgment of the fatherless and widow, and loveth the stranger, and giving him food and raiment. God, he blesses everyone. Yes. He knows they are his creation. But he chose who? He chose Abram. He chose Isaac. He chose Acob. Yes. Love ye therefore the stranger, for ye were strangers in the land. Now, look at here. He's not saying don't let the stranger slap you around and steal your resources and all that thing. He said treat them fairly. That's what he's saying. That's what love means. Do what is right. Do what is fair. And if that means you have to delete the stranger to be fair, you just have to do that. Now, thou shalt fear the I am thy God. Him shalt thou serve, and to him thou shalt cleave, and swear by his name. He is thy praise. He is thy God, that hath done for thee these great and terrible things. Yes, he has done these great and terrible things. Yes. We thank God for you, and you. Yes, we do. The Most High is worthy. He is worthy of all praise. I think we hit a commercial there. But anyway, he said, thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, and him shalt thou serve. Thou shalt fear Tata and Zambi. Thou shalt fear Sanini Nainini. Thou shalt fear Heya, which means I am. Okay? In the native tongue in the Americas. Thou shalt serve him, and thou shalt cleave and swear by his name. In other words, you're going to make an oath by the name of the Most High. Not as the heathen do in their evil and still lie, but you will swear by his name in all truth and honesty and intention. He is thy praise. In other words, you're going to praise Tata and Zambi, even I am in the Heya. He is thy praise. He is thy God that have done for thee great and terrible things, which thy eyes have seen. He's telling Israel, he's reiterating, before you go into the land, before you go mess up, before you go act a fool, before your women start sitting up there rebelling against you, old man, before you start leaving your children and doing all the things that you have done, I'm going to remind you, this is why you're going to suffer. Thy fathers went down into Egypt with 70 and 10 persons, and now the I am thy God hath made thee as the stars of heaven for a multitude. Yes, the oppressor, the slavers, they have brought you from lands from far back. They've caused you to be even their servants, even in the land that God gives you. And the fact is, what happened? They reduced your numbers and caused you to be even hardly non-existent. But the I am even increased you later as the stars of heaven. Now, he's decreasing these heathen because they're evil. That mark is on them, even that evil mark that they continue to not pray and get off of them. They will not acknowledge the word of the Most High, but they take his word and they take it and they use it against you, thinking they do a favor unto the Most High and calling your ways not right, because you follow the way that God had told you to follow. And with that, I will say, follow the Lord your God as dear children. And with that, peace.